What is up, everyone? Welcome back to week number 8 and 9 of Road to All Tier 99 Prayers. Just like the other episode of week 4 and 5, I believe that was the episode where I had 2 weeks in one video. Week 8, I didn't do any bossing except for like 2 or 3 hours or so of Araxi. You'll see why I only did that much bossing in the video I uploaded last week on Friday, because of the questing and task stuff that I wanted to finish on this account, which I still am currently doing. But I thought about this for like a quick second. I thought it was a pretty good idea. So for the start of this episode, I'm going to be killing 10 different bosses, 1 hour each, and show you what I get from every single boss after the hour is finished. I thought it was a pretty good idea. So I'm going to start off with Bandos. I did also do next earlier, which will count towards the 10 different bosses for 1 hour each. I will also do my daily Araxi. I'm not just going to do 10 hours and finish the video. It'll be closer to like 20 to 25 hours of bossing in this episode, and I hope that I can get that spare leg and make a lot of money. But I'm going to gear up. Well, I already geared up, but I need to go make the portal to Bandos. Go to Bandos first, and then I think after Bandos, I might do Saradomin because it's my Reaper assignment. So I'm going to go ahead and get right to it. The instance has expired, and to be honest, a little underwhelming with the drops from this hour. The only, I guess, rare drop that I got from Bandos is the War Shield. It's a very cheap drop. Right now it's 138k. I also did get a God Sword Shard 1, which is 146k, so it's a little bit more than the War Shield, which is a little bit weird. But from the hour, let me do a price check with all the items. A total of 2.2 mil. I also did get a elite along with a medium clue while I was going for KC for Bandos. If you think it can't get any worse from that Bandos trip, it has for sure at Saradomin. So with this trip, the only good thing that happened was me completing my Reaper assignment here. It's around 26 Reaper points with about 17k Slayer experience. And with this trip, I did not get one rare drop, even though most of them, I guess, are pretty cheap with like the Saradomin Hiss, the Murmur, and stuff like that. The fact that I didn't get anything is pretty surprising. I thought I would get at least one thing here, but the price check totals out to be only 1.2 mil, which is really bad for my hour here. So I hope when I go to Zamrock for my next trip, I can get at least a rare drop and make a little bit more than I did from Bandos and Saradomin. Torva boot drop, I think that's pretty cheap, right? I can't remember, but I don't think it is. Isn't it like 16 mil? Let me check. Torva boots, they are 16 mil, so not terrible. I'm currently doing a duo with Felix. I'm only doing next with duo at the moment still. I don't want to solo. This is the loot from the trip, 10.4 mil. This is the 8 mil from the Torva boot. Wow, I got really lucky with this drop. Zamorakian spear. That's like my first or second spear. It's a very rare drop for me. I don't really get that one too much, but almost a mil, I guess. But I only have 4 minutes left in this trip, and I got a drop, so at least I got something, whereas Saradomin, I didn't get anything. A lot more money has been made at Zamrock compared to Saradomin easily, so the price check is 3.2 mil, and it's about 2 mil more than Saradomin, so hopefully I get a little bit more stuff at Armadillo. I know from the 3 hours I've gotten a pretty unlucky, just RNG isn't on my side, but I believe if I get a drop at Armadillo, I should be able to surpass Zamrock, or maybe be even really close to this total value, but I guess we'll have to wait and see. But after Armadillo, I'm going to move on to God Wars 2, I think, and make a lot more money compared to God Wars 1 for sure. 30 minutes into the trip, the first drop is Armadillo gloves. Already better from the other 3 bosses, which is crazy. The gloves were the only drop that I got at Armadillo, but that was the most expensive piece of armor that I got from the 4 hours of God Wars 1. So I thought it was going to be more than 3.2 mil at Zamrock, but I forgot that the common stuff that Armadillo drops is pretty underwhelming and usually pretty cheap. So the price check is 3 mil, so just a couple 100k below that 3.2 mil, which isn't terrible, but just from Bandos and Saradomin, it was just really bad. So I guess Armadillo and Zamrock were, I guess, the usual GP per hour if I had to guess, since I did at least get one drop from those, and I I mean, Bando's War Shield, that's very cheap. I don't really count that as a drop, but eh. Oh yeah, there's the full spider leg completed. Maybe number 5. I really don't know. I lost track, but I'm gonna wait to make the spider leg because I'm gonna try and do a few more hours of Araxi because you never know. I could get a feign in the next couple of hours when I go back. But that is awesome. I wanted to get that since the last episode, but I finally got it. And I'll show you the loot tab real quick, but there's nothing really insane with it just yet. But there's the spider legs, 1 top, 2 middles, 3 bottoms with 2 eyes and 2 webs. The first boss I went to at God Wars 2 is Twin Furies. It's a very easy boss, but I did get a couple drops here. So I got the blade a few minutes into the trip, which is pretty lucky because I've been, I guess, fairly unlucky in God Wars 1. But I also got another one later on in the trip, and they are 872k each, so it's pretty nice. They're, close-ish to 2 mil from those 2 drops at Twin Furies. Also, just to throw this clip in as well, I did get 100 million total XP in attack, so I am very close to getting 120 attack. And that would be my 4th 99, so it's pretty exciting to get another 120 soon. So I don't know how long it's going to take, but on average it's like 500 to 600k attack XP per hour if I do God Wars 1 or God Wars 2 bossing, I believe, if I had to guess. So if I keep on bossing there, and then also with Araxi because I do melee there. Moving along to the price check from the hour, the total is 5.7 mil, so it is not a bad price check at all from the hour. So I'm going to move on to Vindicta now and see if I can maybe get a Dragon Rider Lance. Vindicta was up next. I did not get any unique drops, so I'm just going to get right into the price check from this hour. So this would be hour number 6 out of the 10 for this little thing I'm doing for this video. But with the price check here, 3.2 mil, so I guess that would be the average amount you would get at Vindicta if you did not get any uniques. Okay, then that really just happened. So I got the Crest of Saren on my last kill of the instance. That is pretty insane. So if I scroll up right now, you can see that my instant has expired. So very lucky for the last kill at Hellweir. Maybe getting that Crest of Saren drop is assigned to kill Hellweir a little bit more. I think I'm still like a little bit below 100 KC or just like a little bit above that 100 mark because I think I've only done maybe 3 full hour trips at Hellweir before, so might have to come back here, do some more kills. But besides that Crest drop, I also got a Essence. Didn't feel like recording that one because it is pretty cheap. But if we go to the price check, the total amount I got from this hour, which is pretty insane, 19.1 mil. So that's very nice indeed. I also forgot to include the coins in this one like I did with, I think, Bandos or something. I forgot coins in one of those, but it's actually 19.3 mil. I did get 212k GP from the hour as well. So a very good trip from Hellweir. Right after Hellweir, I geared up and went to Greg. So this one is my least favorite out of the 4 bosses at God Wars 2, which is why I kept it for last. For Greg, I have to do 2 trips. I feel like I might be doing something wrong, but I don't know what. Halfway through, I just go and bank and get more rock tails in my pack yak, and then I'm just good for the final 27 minutes or whatever when I get back there. But I did get 2 drops, which is very nice. I ended up getting a Essence, which was my first drop there. It is 6 mil, so that's a very nice price check for a Essence. That's the most expensive one out of the 4. And then I got my very first offhand Shadow Glaive. That is 4.6 mil, so that's nice that I got a drop that I have never gotten before at Greg. So if I ever do decide to go for like the titles at God Wars 2 or for Greg specifically, then I have a couple of things down already. Checking out the price check from Greg, it totals out to be 14.3 mil, so I got a insane amount of money from Hellweir, and then also Greg. Like the average is like 5 mil an hour, and I tripled that from those 2 bosses, which is really nice. It's going to help a lot towards the tier 99 prayers for sure. If we take a look at the total amount of cash I made from God Wars 1 and God Wars 2, obviously it's going to be a huge difference because I got really good loot at God Wars 2. But from the 4 bosses at God Wars 1, I will not be including next in this. But from the 4, 9.9 mil, so pretty cheap since I didn't really get anything at Saradomin. If we go to God Wars 2, on the other hand, 42.5 mil, which is really, really nice. So I'm very happy about that, and that's going to help quite a bit for the tier 99 prayers, like I already said a minute ago. But something else that I didn't do, which is kind of a dumb thing that I actually didn't do, I should have killed Telos, because I killed Nex, which is still in God Wars 1, right? And Telos is like the 5th one for God Wars 2. So next time, if I do the little challenge that I did, if you want to call it that, then I'll also include Telos if I ever do this again in maybe like a month or something, because I'm not going to do it back to back. The 10th boss I went ahead and killed was the Dignoth Canes. I really had no idea what to kill, so I just went ahead and killed these. So I'm not going to do the whole editing thing like I did with the first 9 bosses, because this is the last one, and it's not like God Wars 2 where there's multiple bosses and, you know, that type of stuff in one area. So the total loot that I got from Dignoth Canes was 2.7 mil. And then also, just to add on to why I'm not editing like I did with the other 9 bosses, is just because it took me about 3 hours to do that, and it's going to take another maybe 10 minutes to do with the Dignoth Canes. So I'm just going to take it a little easy on this one, since I don't know if you guys like that editing way of the price checks and stuff. You can let me know in the comments if you did. But honestly, it took a really long time, so that's why I'm not doing it for this one. So that is all done with the 10 bosses, that little challenge. So I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit more Araxi. I didn't do a ton in this episode, maybe 4 or 5. So I said I was going to try and do like 20 or 25 hours. It's ended up to be like maybe 15 to 17 hours. But I still did get that Spider Leg top. So I would say it made up for the amount of hours I missed for Araxi, even though I might have gotten another leg, but I'm going to have to wait and see if I can get another one next week. You can take a gander at the loot tab. If I do say so, this one's probably the best looking loot tab out of all my videos. So I really like this, but I'm going to have to sell it, unfortunately, because look at my bank space. I only have 6 spots left, and I can't even bank my gear. So it's going to have to go, unfortunately, because I still have like a ton of quest stuff, and I just really need to finish it and destroy like this whole loot tab, so I have a lot of space left. But here's everything. Here's the expensive items towards the top, and you got the bolts, you got the herbs, a lot of rune items, and then I ended up getting a medium, elite, and a hard, which I didn't do any clues in this video. Might continue to do them in the next one, maybe just do a few here and there. But let me make the spider leg now. So it's so nice having all of these, because I absolutely hate path 3. Path 2 is so easy, and honestly path 1 is meh. It gets annoying if you die by the mirrorbacks, but I just checked, and the staff is the most expensive one compared to the bow. So let me make the spider leg 100 XP for only the leg. I feel like they should get more XP, but the leg is 142, the staff is 144, and then the bow is like 140, I think. So let's go ahead and make the staff. And I wish I had a feign, but unfortunately I do not, which I don't mind. I'm still getting 144 mil, which is absolutely insane. So the Examine 4 is 144, and I might as well just show you what the price is for the Scythe. So it's 226 mil. It's been dropping a little bit. It goes up to like 240, and then just plummets down to like 220. It's been going back and forth like that. Dude, look at this inventory. It looks so sick. So much money in the first 3 columns right here. Pretty insane that I made this much money. But the first price check, the most expensive stuff that I could find in the loot tab, it is exactly 200 mil. Holy crap. 200.5 mil if you want to be specific, but still absolutely crazy amount of money. And oh man, so nice to get a spider leg finally. It's been quite a bit of time since I've gotten one last time. And then this Berserker ring just kind of like chilling here, only at 72k, which is so sad to see nowadays. But I guess there's a lot of better rings, you know, in this day and age, obviously. But if we take a look at the other stuff, I'll let you look at it real quick. And let me just show you what I have in my bank still. And for some reason, my FPS is like 2. So let me just minimize a second. And okay, my computer's dying. Pretty confused as of why I went to 2 FPS. That was really weird, but yet again, I just want to show you what I have in the bank, because I will not be doing a price check on this, just because I want to save a couple minutes of your time in this video, because it's going to be quite a long one, maybe around 15 minutes once again. So this is going to be around maybe 10 or 15 mil. I'll have it on the screen right meow. and you can see how much this stuff is because I'll do the price checks off camera. And then let's sell all this stuff and see how much I got. Here we go with the Noxious Staff. So I'm going to put it for 142. It should sell at that price. Instantly buys. Checking out the other stuff, 4.7 for the Shadow Glaive. The Essence is 6.1. The Crest of Saren is 16.1. And finally, the staff is at 145 mil. So if we add that to the coin pouch, I have made 212 mil in this episode, which is by far the most money I have ever made in the Road to All Tier 9 prayers easily. So if we add the 113 mil to the coin pouch, I am now up to 326 mil, which is so damn nice. So if we check out how much the codex is, we are still a couple hundred mil away though, but it is right now 563 mil, so it's staying down at the 560 mil mark. I think I bought my first one at 580 mil, so I am still 240 or 260 mil away from the codex, so it might take me maybe another month. So that's gonna be it for this video. You can drop a like on the video. You can also subscribe for more RuneScape 3 content. You can follow my Twitter. The link is always down below in the description, and I will see you guys in the next video. It should be out in about 3 or 4 days. So it's gonna be my skiller. It's gonna be the final video on my skiller, which I'm also very happy to finally make. So I will see you guys then. Peace.